Hi, everybody. It's Lisa with Luscious Living with Lisa. It's Monday morning. Happy Monday morning, everyone. So I went out this morning to go to the gym and run a couple errands, thinking about what I was going to talk about today because I hadn't really taken the time yesterday to decide or put any thoughts together. And then when I was at the gym, I overheard a conversation that in my head, I was like, well, that's what I'm talking about today. So this is the conversation that I overheard. I was on the treadmill and I hadn't charged my iPod, so I had my headphones in, but I could still hear everything going on around me. And the one lady said to her friend, well, starting today, I'm going gluten-free. And her friend said, oh, do you have an intolerance? And she was like, no. She's like, somebody in your family have an intolerance? And the lady's like, no, but my friend had to go gluten-free because her son was, so the whole family did, and she lost a bunch of weight, so I'm going to do it too. And the friend, of course, was a good supportive friend and was like, oh, that's great. I hope it really works out for you, blah, 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 blah. But that's when I tuned out because my brain started going into how easy that is for us to assume that what worked for someone else will work for us as well. And gluten-free is just the example that I happen to overhear today, but you hear it about everything, this, that, or the other diet, which I'm not a big fan of that word, but whatever, whether it's going gluten-free or cutting out meat and becoming a vegetarian or a vegan, or keto is a big one we hear now. There's all these different, you name it, it's out there, approaches to healthy eating. And I see so many people and I hear so many people that say, oh, well, I'm doing this because it worked for my friends, so it'll work for me too. And I feel like people really believe that's true, that if it worked for somebody else, it'll work for them. And I will say, maybe it will. I'm not here to tell you that it won't, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand that what's healthy for one person isn't necessarily healthy for you. What gets one person results with weight loss or increased energy or whatever it might be, might not be what gets results for you. And this is it's a big topic for me because as a health coach, that's one of the things I do is I help my clients figure out what foods fuel them and give them energy and what foods take energy away or make them feel terrible or make them gain weight or whatever the case may be. And it's different for every single person. What works really well for me might not work at all for you. And what works really well for you might not work at all for me. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. It's my belief when it comes to your health that your relationship with food and with your body impacts your health more powerfully than the foods you eat. So obviously, if all you ever eat is crap, you're going to feel lousy. But most of us don't only ever eat fast food or chocolate or whatever it might be. But so many of us have such a restrictive viewpoint when it comes to food. And we follow these things that we hear that may not have anything to do with how our body uses food. Every body is different. So there are as many right diets as there are people on this planet. It's so individual for each person. Like I said, what's healthy for one isn't necessarily healthy for the other. So I guess I just wanted to say that because I feel like so many people really don't realize that. And I wanted to offer up that if anyone has questions about like, well, what do you mean by that? Or you'd like to get into a conversation about what might be the solution for you if you're struggling with whether it's weight or energy or whatever the case may be, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. So I wanted to offer that up, and I wanted to let people know that if you're feeling frustrated because you've been trying this, that, or the other plan, whether it's something that a friend did or something that a family member did, or if it's just one of the big healthy buzzwords lately or the buzzwords in the health world. And again, gluten-free is just an example of that. But if you have questions about that's the kind of conversation that I have with my clients on a regular basis. It's my job as a health coach to help you figure out and work with you to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. If you come to me with a doctor's recommendations or a nutritionist's recommendations, that's awesome. And I will help you integrate those into your everyday life in a way that's easy and feels natural to you. But if you don't come to me with those kind of recommendations, we do stuff. We try experiments. Your body is a really good dietary experimentation lab, because your body is different from everyone else's. And the only way to figure out what's best for you is through you. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And I'd like to invite anyone who might want to have this conversation, if you're feeling like this is the time in your life when you need to figure out what's going on and what foods fuel you best and make you feel good, reach out to me, comment below or direct message me or whatever the case may be, and let's have that conversation. Let's see if I might be able to help you. And if this is not you, but you know somebody who it is, please tag them or share this video or send them my way in whatever means is easiest for you. Because I believe that my purpose on this planet is to help people feel better and to help people feel better about themselves. And so I want to do that. So share, comment, reach out to me, whatever you want to do. Or go to my website, which is lusciouslivingwithlisa.com. And there's a little... one of the menu options, tab options at the top is work with me, and you can set up a time for a consultation. I'd love to talk with you. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic Monday and know that you have the right to feel good and that you should take the time today to be kind to yourself. Thanks for watching.